the length of this video probably gonna reveal how easy it was. Hey guys, if you watched my previous video about Sonoff POWR3, you know what the deal is about. This is Sonoff POWR3. This is Tasmota. Let's get started. It's a brand new device, but running ESP8266EX, so yeah, it's Tasmota flashing time. If this is your first time, we're going to use Tasmotizer, and I already covered how to use Tasmotizer in this video here. So if you haven't used that tool before, you probably want to check it out. It's only a couple of minutes and you'll be up to speed. Since this is a new device, I wasn't sure how difficult that's gonna be, so I came prepared. I have my FTD programmer. I'm gonna list all of them in the description as well, just in case you want to top up your toolbox. I got my trusty ES 1-to-1 electronic screwdriver to get this open, and a soldering iron just in case I can't use the pins that are already there. That's TS-ATP soldering iron from Miniware, which I absolutely adore, and the review is there if you want to watch it after. So before we go any further, disclaimer: I held no responsibility for whatever's going to happen to your unit. That's the first thing. And the second, don't do this when you have a mains connected. You do not want to mains connected. The FTD programmer is more than capable of keeping your ESP8266 alive. If that doesn't work for you and you are unable to flash it following these instructions, you probably have a problem with FTD programmer itself, or there is not enough power delivered from whatever USB port you are using currently. With disclaimers aside, let's get this open. It's only 4 screws, so it's not going to take long. Now first, I wanted to try the sticking out pins because they clearly labeled as ground, 3.3 volts, TX and RX. I wasn't sure whether that's going to work because they're being used for power consumption metering. So to my surprise, it did work. So connect them as follows. Ground obviously to ground, TX on the programmer to ERX on the PCB, RX on the programmer to ETX on PCB, and then VCC of your programmer to 3.3 volt pin. And that's it. You don't really need anything else because everything is broken out for you on the PCB, and the GPIO00 is in the power button. So I've tried it with the reset button, which is just next to it. So, but that didn't work for me. So in order to power cycle it, I had to press the button labeled as flashing. That's very handy. And this power cycled my FTD programmer, so cut the USB power off and reconnected again, and I was ready to use Tasmota. Now the longest thing actually was to back up the original software, just in case, you know, it's better to be on the safe side, right? So that took me about 3 to 4 minutes itself, but once that's been done, all I had to do is power cycle it again and do the same process without actual backup being selected. Just select the latest edition of the Tasmota in Tasmotizer and hit go. After a couple of moments, you'll have your device flashed. All it's left to do is just hit the device configuration so you could access it via web browser more easily. You can obviously use also the AP point that's going to be created, but it's much quicker this way. So write down everything that you need in there, power cycle the device, and look for the device in the device list. I use Think Desktop for that. I'll link that as well in my article. Now that we have everything we need to configure the Tasmota itself, and I wasn't sure really what kind of configuration I should start with. I mean, the most obvious option was actually to select Sonoff POWR3 and see how much that mapping is being different. Turns out, not that much. Actually, there was only one difference, which is the relay, which is reversed. That's easily solvable. You can either go to the configuration, edit the pin responsible for the relay and set it to relay_I, which means inverted, or just use the configuration template I prepared in my article. So scroll down to the description, click on that, copy and paste it, select it as your active template, and then restart the device. And that's it, you are done. Your device is going to be operating flawlessly. The power figure seems to be correct to what my light bulb is drawing, and I'm a happy owner of Tasmotized Sonoff POWR3. It's quite simple, isn't it? The whole procedure takes around 3 minutes. And don't worry, if I went too quick, there's a complete written article with step-by-step instructions linked for you as well. So what next? Well, I've got a couple of new Sonoff devices I'm not allowed to talk about, and they're so cool. So I'm already playing with it, so as soon as I'm able, I'll be dropping some cool information about new products. So, well, I do not have a posting schedule, you know how YouTube works, and you know how to subscribe, do all of that. All the people taught you how to use YouTube, I'm not going to. But if you want to know any snippets on what I'm working on, a couple of social media pages in there for you to follow, take advantage of that. As for now, thanks so much for watching, happy flashing and good luck! See you next time. Bye!